property. Protect your property. You homeowner and businessman. Protect your property. Insure your property. Can't wait for the hurricane. Can't wait till you flood again. Can't wait till your roof fly out and all your business coming out. Remember, no insurance company will insure your property when a storm is approaching. Get ahead of the hurricane season. Insure with a company who gives you the assurance of payment for your valid claim. Come speak with us today at the New India Assurance Company Limited, upstairs AC Shillingford and Company Limited, 24 King George Street, Roseau. Bring along an up-to-date valuation from a qualified engineer and get insured today.
Q95, 95, 95.
Watch it. Lord have mercy. Give me. Long before the days of my birth.
All right, Dominica. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon. Some parents are somewhat concerned, especially those of the Goodwill Primary School, because I suspect the authorities there may have stopped. I say may have stopped parents from escorting the children to school because of a fight that took place yesterday between two parents. But actually, I was promised an interview this afternoon, but I've been told there within the hour that one of the ladies or the police are investigating, and the matter might end up in the court. So hence she's been advised not to speak to the media. But I want to say this afternoon there. Parents, you should behave yourselves. If you have your personal business, take it elsewhere. It sends a bad message to the kids or the children. So please try to settle the matter elsewhere. Now other parents are now saying, you see, I can't even escort my child to the classroom because of what happened yesterday. So please, parents, settle your issues. And now this fight has gone viral, more rumors going up and down the place. No. We should not behave like that. We have to set the examples for the leaders of tomorrow. Somebody's on my telephone. Hello, talk to me. Yes? Hello? 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 Is somebody on the telephone? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, hello, yes.
Why does it have to so much more?
I'm not hearing you clear. I'm not.
Right.
That's better now. You have to- Make the point again. Make the point.
I said, why does it have that I start fight outside the school? I said, what are women fighting for?
What they fighting for? Boy, I was told. I can't confirm. I was told it's some boyfriend issue.
You didn't want the master. They put what they some can go make us and say, protect no. The person no. What are you fighting for, man, for? Jesus, very well.
Well, yeah, but it sends a bad signal. I'm just saying, I was very, shocked to learn that this fight took place yesterday in the beginning of the school year, and a lot of parents are concerned. This morning, I got some new information that some lady was trying to bring her kindergarten, child to the classroom and was prevented from doing so because there are new laws. So drop your child to the gate and allow your child to walk to the class. That's what I'm hearing now. So it's very interesting, very, very, very interesting. I mean, come on, we spoil everything for everybody. One bad apple. Can spoil the entire well, let's see where that goes, eh? Let's see where that goes. Now that the police may be involved. Hello, talk to me, yes.
Matt, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, sir. How you doing?
I am good. I'm good. I just heard you say that the parents are asked to drop the kids at the gate, the kindergarten toddlers at the gate, and they pick them and they walk in.
The walk-in, yes.
No, what happens when they come to pick them up?
Well, I don't know. I don't know that part of it. The parent just spoke to me about, she was dropping her kindergarten kid to school, a small child to school, and she was told that no parents are allowed beyond the gate. So I suspect the same may apply. I don't know.
Matt, you see, because I'm asking that because you cannot have kids at the gate when time to pick them up, and anybody pick them up, and you don't know who's going to pick up a kid.
Yeah, that would be irresponsible. Yes.
The school must ensure that when the kids are picked up, they know who pick up the kid. And if that person is authorized too, because should something happen to the kid, the wrong person pick up the kid, that kid disappears because of animosity and bad blood between other parents. You never know what. Any reason whatsoever, a kid missing, that school is going to be liable for that child. You cannot just tell the kid go to the gate and somebody will pick them up and you're not certain who is picking up the kid.
You have to be you have to tread carefully. Yeah.
But as for the parents who fought at the school yesterday, I am hoping that the police will take them to court for disorderly conduct, and both of them will be sent to prison at least for a week.
Both of them to prison? If one may be responsible, why would you want to send both to the prison? I don't know. I just don't know.
Matt, it takes two to fight. One might be the aggressor, but if you realize somebody's being an aggressor, you walk away from the person.
And based on what I'm hearing, I was not there, but I was told that the other lady tried to walk away, but she was pulled by her her dreadlock or what do you call it, the whatever. So she was
Okay.
pulled. So what do you do in that
All
instant?
right. Well, okay. If you pull me, from behind, you take my ear. I will retaliate. I will return the favor.
Uh-huh.
And so the police should then deal with that properly. But whoever has to face it should definitely get some prison time. The error is a week. The person should be tarnished for a little short period that you are a prisoner, so that you'll know not to go and cause that problem. Because the problem is not only for the parent now, because the kids now, whoever those children are, they're going to get bullied from the others. They're going to get pressure from the other kids in school that your mom was fighting out there, and they're going to get that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Right? They're going to get that.
But how do you deal with parents like that though? How do you deal with parents like that? How do you deal,
But it's not. You see, I often
And
say that,
it's an isolated incident, but we know of aggressive parents.
Matt, you have to know where to put your aggression, where to take it to. Not around the school, not in public places where you have impressionable children. I often say sometimes some people are blessed with a curse. Some children, right?
Mm-hmm.
A child is not a blessing for some people. For some of them, it's a curse because some of them should not be parents in any way.
Maybe they became parents when they were teenagers, so they don't know anything about parenting. That is a point as well too.
I can understand, and again, why I don't condone it, why I don't accept it. You have two little children who are impressionable, and people push them peer pressure, and they go and they fight in school. I don't condone it. But when you have two grown adults coming in from the school gate to fight, but it's deplorable. So that should be dealt with in the strictest way.
So you
make sure that a message is sent to other parents.
So you send both of them. You send both of them to the jail. That's what you said.
Yeah, message must go to parents that when you go out there and you do that, there is a consequence for your action. So you think before you do anything. Yeah, right?
Send us.
And did you check that thing I sent you with Dr. Benjamin?
Dr. Benjamin, send that to me again because I was very busy this morning. Send that to me, okay?
Well, I saw you just check it. I'll send it back again. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. But somebody is saying that it's an isolated incident. Why other parents should pay for that? I'm being told also that the police may have warned one of the parents about 3 times, and she may still be behaving the same way. And she has reported that she don't afraid the police. See? On the telephone, hello, talk to me. Yes.
Good afternoon.
How you doing, my brother? How are you?
All right, man.
Yes.
Man, I don't know about school children talking, man. They say it was over you, the 2 ladies were fighting.
Me?
But I'm glad you bring that thing back because, I thought of that this morning, man.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, you know what? The country has a whole lot of big overgrown kids. The parents now starting to act like the children. Because we had 23 years of stagnation. 23, 25 is the same thing. 2 more years don't make a difference. Stagnation, lot of growth. A lot of grown people are still like kids, behaving like kids. And now they have kids. And now we're going to have 2 generations of kids that haven't been properly educated, have been dependent on someone else. And so a lot of these people haven't grown to the point where they have responsibilities to see life in a different light, to take growing up to be in an age to direct kids, man. But one other thing I'd like to say with that, I wish the government can be that responsive in many other areas, because you mentioned that thing happened yesterday. I heard when you reported yesterday. And today they already implement rules and laws. I'm not sure whether it's the school or whatever, Department of Education, but regardless of where it came from, the law or rule was implemented overnight. I'm not saying everything can be done like that. If that's the case, I welcome it because it will keep down that kind of nonsense. Though it will be good if a kid parent can bring them to the class if that's how it's done based on the age of the child. Or they could meet the teacher, talk to the teacher, whatever, these kind of things. Because there's a plus to it. If we live in a civilized society and people use the opportunities they have, because meeting the person who teaches your child is very good because you have a rapport with that teacher. But I just wanted to say that my brother and call and mess with you a little bit with the humor, whether the ladies fighting over you. But I'm just listen, my brother. Thank you for the.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Thank you. Somebody says, afternoon, Matt, I support the caller. The parents has no business having a weapon when taking their children to school. They may have had bad intentions. 3 months. Let them fix their brains there, somebody says, suggested. On the telephone, hello, talk to me, yes.
Yes, Matt, good afternoon to you. How are you this morning? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. Well,
yes.
another issue, all the same, yes.
Yes, Matt. A lot of issues in Dominica, Matt. But Matt, let me tell you, the person who called earlier on and say you should jail both of them, I don't agree with that at all. The police has to investigate. The person who is found guilty, then you can send her to jail as an example. You understand? But you cannot tell me both of them cannot be wrong. I mean, as a common man, if the one is the aggressor, you have to deal with the aggressor. You cannot tell me you have to, because if the person is trying to walk away and the person come and pull them and what have you and so on, they have to defend themselves, But there is self-defense, You understand that? You have to defend yourself.
Yeah.
And the other thing with the school, I believe the school should call the Parent Teachers Association and discuss that before they just say you can come and pick up your child inside the gate. That's how I look at it. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Good suggestion, yes. Have a parent, an association meeting and discuss with the parents because some parents are now angry about this. I was dropping my kid to school this morning and I was told he has to be left by the gate. On the telephone, are you there? No, sorry. Hello, talk to me, yes.
Hello, good afternoon, Mark.
Good afternoon to you. How are you?
I'm good.
Okay.
Let me tell you, my first point is, by the school, does be congested in the morning. And then they used to have a police officer there, no more. So my first suggestion is they put in a police officer by the school. Maybe if the police officer was there during that hour there, that fight would not even take place because they know they're having a policeman. My second point is, you come to school to bring your children. You don't have to loiter in the classroom or enter the classroom, but you walk your child to a classroom and show your child sit down, and that's it. But the business of you dropping off your kindergarten son or daughter by the gate to watch them walk in, you don't know if they go to their seat, you don't know what could happen to them in the corridor, you don't know if they have the teachers to take care of them. That's one move. You drop your children and no loitering. You drop your children, you see they take their seat, you go back outside. That is my point to that.
So what happens to when you pick up your child? Do you have to go?
Well, when you pick up your child, they let you go. Well, today, when you pick up your child, they let you go and get your child. But the child was already coming, or either they under the gas, they go outside.
Okay.
But today, I did not go and pick up, so I don't know. But who go and pick up for me said that they let them go in, but the boy was coming already.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what tomorrow will be.
But I think you guys should meet with the teachers and discuss a way forward because it's becoming a contentious issue. People fighting just in front of a gate of a school. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Well, I hope the principal can fix it, which I understand what she's saying is for what you're safety. You understand, but then you know the good parents, you know the bad parents, you know the parents that will cause confusion. So you use your knowledge and you do what you have to do. But Peter paid for Paul. I'm not a Kanai woman, I'm not a Sikh woman, and I hate. Another person not so. So many respectable people that bring their children to the school and then they have to be outside.
Peter paying for Paul, they say. Peter paying for Paul, and not in this time, Suzanne maybe paying for Sue. All right. Well,
Yes.
let's see what goes on. We'll find out a little
Okay.
more. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello, talk to me. Yes.
Last
Yes, sir.
good afternoon to you. My position on that is that the school should meet with all of the parents before taking the decision to put your child at the gate. And the school should have known who is picking up Peter, who is picking up Paul, who is picking up Jack. So if I have my daughter or my son going to that school, the school would have that information. John Brown, Mary Charles, and John Blue. These are the three people who is entitled to pick up my child. So when the teacher, the principal, see John Brown, Mary Blue, or whoever the name that is John. So if Patrick John comes to pick up that child, even if you know he's the uncle of the child, you are not permitted to give the child to Patrick John because his name is not down. The parents did not put that name down to receive the child. It is for our children's safety. You understand, Matt? And we as parents have to be responsible because when we do things like that in the presence of our children, it sends a bad signal. It's not all very good for the school, it's not all very good for the other parents, it's not all very good for our children. So this school, instead of taking a decision this morning or this afternoon, parents are hearing, we have to drop the child. No, call us a meeting with the parents and let the parents know that it's unacceptable. You can that transpire, and we have to put mechanism in place to curtail what transpires outside of the school and for the safety of the children. Thank you for this opportunity and God bless.
God bless you too. God bless you, Matt. Somebody says control the women in Dominica. But seriously, there's just too much aggression in Dominican society today. People ready to fight for anything. The country gone mad. Is that true? Hello, talk to me. Yes? Uh-huh. Are you there, caller? Caller, are you there? You're not on this overseas line. On the telephone, hello. According to
Mr. Belgian of life, gratitude, courage, and sacrifice. Blessings to you, Mr.
Blessings, blessings. According to Roy, Yoka Guma Gume Punam. Hello, talk to me.
Michael Coppel, blessings to you, my friend. Thank you for everything. Matt, I get a good grasp of it. I'm listening about 10 minutes now. But can you please explain what happened at the school for me quickly, Matt?
Basically, some parents got involved in a fight yesterday morning, the first day of school. And today, when they returned to bring the children to school, they were told to remain at the gate. So you cannot escort your child to the classroom. And that person,
all the parents.
Not all. I don't think it's all, but yes, all the parents, because if they include in the kindergarten kids, it should be all the parents. Yes, all the parents who said, stay by the gate and your children will walk to your class. So don't escort them to the class.
Not everybody is a law unto their own in Dominica. I listened to you from yesterday to this morning, Matt. Everybody is an authority and a law unto their own. The escape route is red. No matter how brutal, unconstitutional, illegal, or criminal, there are those that will justify people getting away with their wrongs. But how can one person, fought at a gate yesterday, and then today every parent that accustomed of bringing the little children to the classroom and maybe supervise until everything is, normalized before they leave. Then they have to pay for Jennifer who fight with Jen. Not that is ridiculous. It has to be a PTA meeting, and that's the new policy, and that is A, B, and C, and we cannot punish Jeffrey for Jennifer, or whatever the case may be. How idiotic, how quite authoritarianistic, Matt, for people to just come and impose their way. It's not a policy of the school. It's some impulsive position of a principal or a teacher to tell me, no, I cannot walk my child to the classroom and maybe stay there like 10 minutes, 5 minutes before this. But I had my son. And every one fool told me one time, I holding my child hostage, allowed him to free of himself. Matt, I was on a bus and he's a bus driver, so Matt, I could not tell him some lang, you know what I mean, Matt? Matt, you know what is lang?
Yes, I know what is lang. I know what is lang. Uh-huh.
I could not use those adjectives there on the bus. And people call me out and start putting fire on him. I tell him, if my son was on the road running up and down like some little lunatic, you would be behind my back saying, yes, look at him on radio talking about all what the criminals do. But look at his son there, look his son there. But everywhere they see me, they see my son. That fool tells me I'm holding my son hostage. But when you build a relationship between you and the child, a woman, anybody, but as long as things are not working, the status quo is not, the expectation of that status quo is not being met. You know, whether it is adults or children, they start questioning what has happened, Matt.
True, of course.
So if you call a PTA, maybe if I bring my son to school, he heard the justification for you changing the rules of the game, then I can understand. From yesterday to today, all of a sudden you're just coming out with some imposition like a damn dictator. According to Patrick John, well, I say Kim Jong-un, the North Korean president, will come and pick up my child. So, Matt, these teachers and Dominica, they will get away with everything because, Matt, where there is a democracy, politicians are afraid of the people. Where there is tyranny, the people are afraid of politicians. So everybody who think, well, they are a labor right when labor died a long time ago, now it's the Dominica Little Party, they think they can do anything because the God of Dominica doing anything, he, his wife, and some ministers and everybody doing what they want in Dominica. So everybody doing what they want. Not these people must be careful. Some people might lose their sanity one of these days with those irrational imposition of some authoritarianistic, foolish teacher or principal. Somebody might lose it. Be careful, all you. Have a blessed one.
Matt, I support drop your children at school, at the gate, and go home and wash your clothes and clean your house and find something else to do. If you want to fight for man, go on government road, not in front of the children. Nonsense. That's another WhatsApp message. Who supports the school's position? Hello, talk to me. Yes.
Yes, good afternoon, Matt.
Good afternoon to you, sir.
Well, I just started listening to the radio, but from what I pick up, it seems like people have been in the fight for parents having to drop off their children at the school's gate.
At the school gate instead of in the classroom or to the door of the classroom.
Yes, but from a meeting I attended, I think just prior to school reopening, it was made mention that this is the case. That is the way it would be. So I don't think anybody should say as a result of the fight happening yesterday that this rule was implemented. So I just want to dispel that.
Oh no, but some parents went to drop their kids to school this morning, and they were told, "Stay by the gate. You're not allowed to enter." So I don't know. I don't know if the rule was from yesterday.
I'm just telling you, yesterday was almost like a free update. It was, if you want to call it for lack of a better explanation,
okay.
It was like orientation day. Because remember, children would enter in classroom for the very first time. So I guess people were given the leeway yesterday to enter the school. But from the meeting that was held prior to the reopening of school, the principal had already mentioned that people have to remain outside while their children are dropped off to school. They would have to stay outside the gate. You understand?
Okay.
And I guess that is because of past experiences and the behavior of parents and kind of a thing like that. So to avoid all these problems, like what happened yesterday, that was already mentioned. So I just want to say that it is not as a result of the fight. It could be as a result of previous fights, but not that particular fight. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes, I understand what you're saying. Where you going?
Yeah, yeah. So I don't need the song because, like I heard Blessings saying about, like, people can be very authoritative and kind of a thing like that.
Mhm.
So I don't want it to sound as if the principal is operating as an authoritarian or any kind of a thing or dictator or anything like that. You
Okay.
understand?
Yeah, all
That's
right.
not the case. That's not the case. Because if I think I understood clearly and I heard clearly, it was already mentioned prior to the reopening of school that such would be the case. It's just that a lot of people do not attend PTA meetings when meetings are called, and then when decisions are taken and they were absent and are not aware of the decision, then when the decisions are implemented, then it shocks them. You understand what I'm saying?
All right.
So this is the case. Yeah.
Understanding. Hello, talk to me on the telephone, yes?
Mr. Pelton, listen to me and listen to me carefully. I go turn off my radio, 1 or 2 calls every program or no calls at all. Not the justification have to be clearly stated why you're doing what you're doing. And Matt, you have to profile the troublemakers, and they are the ones that imposition or that regulation have to apply to, Matt. Matt, are you following my argument?
I'm following. So Peter should not pay for Paul. That's the argument.
That is the case. My beloved brother who just called, I understand what you're saying, but check my logic. He even talk about blessings. That's why I'm even referring to him, because I'm very, very cautious how I engage people or the public when I call Radio Matt. I am saying, my beloved brother, there is nothing wrong. Matt, you see, if you create a reputation for yourself and all of a sudden everybody coming and they say, no game way. But if that is somebody else passing, they will not put them in the same category because that's just another person passing. But when you soil up your name, everybody knows who you are, then we know that rule there is for you. We know you're gangster, you're bad man, you always have gun, we will search you. All of a sudden, let me see, I have to be careful who I call. I may call Mr. Simeon Joseph coming. Matt, you going to think he's bringing a gun or cutlass into the show, Matt?
No.
Then the people you know who like trouble and always in a problem, they have a history. There is a profile, there is a reputation. The law applies to them that the police should search them down. And there is nothing discriminating about that. I am just saying the relationship between parents and children is a very sensitive one. A lot of us like to say, oh, they abandon the children. They know where the dog and the cat is, but they don't know where the children are. Matt, I am saying it is not wise. Mr. Joseph usually saying that, Matt. It has to be a scientific approach. It's not a vice thing because blessings and a woman fight there. All of a sudden, all parents have to pay for what blessings and the woman did. It is foolish. It is ridiculous. It is not justified for 2 people to fight at school, and maybe it have had many examples. These are the people you profile. You have them in Reading. Whenever you come there, please leave your child at the gate or call the teacher or the principal or give the child to another parent to escort to the classroom. But you have no access to the classroom unless if we call you some emergency or something. And that has to be clearly demarcated, man. We in Dominica tell everybody doing what they want because no law, not even the Constitution. Go to hell. It's not your dumb business what happened in the classroom. I am the teacher. I am the principal. Not when Dominicans will learn, a lot of us will be done under boots and baton, jail, Chinese, and every dog and cat will come to Dominica and brutalize us and say, but you know, I wake up why Matt did not wake me up all that years. Have a blessed day, Matt.
Have a blessed day. Let's take more phone calls. Are you there, caller? Yes?
Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings to you, yes.
Okay. You know, I concur with one of the previous callers that called before in reference to when he made point. I've worked from kindergarten to high school and making the point that so many parents from working in the schools for many years do not attend the PTA meetings, right? And a lot of things that goes on in the school, they have no idea because they never make it a point to come to the PTA meetings or the class meetings, and you don't see them until it's report cards or there's an emergency. Now, another thing, especially with kindergarten students, most of the time, and I know between the states have not worked in the school systems here, but most of the time, parents do not get to go in the classrooms to drop off children unless the child is late. They've been to the doctor, they're coming in. But most of the times, children are being met at the gate with the teacher. The teacher meets the children at the gate, they line up, and then she takes the children to the classroom. And that one of the reasons is to avoid any kind of parent incidences or any kind of confrontations in the school, on the school grounds, in front of the children. You drop off your children. When it's time to pick them up, you come back and the kids are dropped off at the gate, all the children, and the parents are there to pick up their children, because it avoids any kind of confrontation between parents that are having issues or any of that. So I concur that, I'm saying that children should not be dropped off in the classroom. You drop your children off to school, you're there to pick them up after school, and that's it. There should be no parents, walking around the schools, or unless you have an appointment to come to the teacher or come to the principal, and that's the way it should be, because it avoids any of that occurring. So parents, please handle your issues outside of the school, because, it shows a very bad example. Whatever the case may be, that parents are having confrontations with each other in front of the schools, in front of the teachers. So I concur when they said that, drop the children off at school.
Drop them at the gate and allow them to go to the classroom. Yes, that's your point.
Exactly, and the teachers will escort them to the classroom. If the child is running late, and there's also a sign-in sheet. So if someone other than the parents are coming to pick up the child, there is a list with who is authorized to pick up your child. So your child is not left for just any cousin, uncle, whatever, to come and pick it up. Because even at times when there are issues between children that are in court, and one parent that's not supposed to pick up the child comes and pick up the child, and there is a whole issue. I've seen it all. I've seen all the stories. So to avoid any of that, the parents sign in. If that's not the person, if that's not the parent, the person has to sign in, or there's a list with the person's name on that list that's authorized to pick up that child. And if not, then they can't. They'll call the parent and says, this so-and-so person is here to pick up your child, if they are or they aren't. But it should be from the parent list that the parents do at the beginning of the school year. The name of the authorized pickup or drop-off person is there. Anyway, thank you, Matt.
Thank you. Some of these women are just too aggressive, somebody else says, another woman. Disorderly and disrespectful. They need to control their emotions and behave in a responsible manner and set good examples for their children. As I said, it was the first serenade, and he who wrote that song, Pagume Punam. You remember? Yeah. 449-309-596 and 97. These are the numbers to call. You will want to contribute to the conversation here this afternoon. I said Dominique is pregnant with issues, one issue at a time. Hello, talk to me, yes?
Hello, Matt. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, ma'am.
Those kind of educational subjects, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, what I know, I work in the Ministry of Education. Right?
Okay.
Now, what I know when I was there, we had a few incidents in schools, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you what I know.
Okay.
And from that, parents had to drop the children at the gate. And there's a security there at the gate.
Mm-hmm.
So either a teacher, but there is always a security there, or security officer takes the child inside. So that has been going on for years, that to drop the child at the gate, but there is always a security officer there. The security officer takes the child, goes in, a teacher can come, but most of the time the security officer is there. So that's how it used to operate. So that has been in place for a long time. I suppose for the first time, the first day they allowed the parents to go in. But I'm telling you, we had a few incidents as the person before called, and from that, you couldn't go in with the children. Thank you.
Thank you, too. Thank you. Yes. And somebody's making the point, Matt, it's not women alone that fighting, men also. I haven't recall, and maybe you do have an incident. Men fighting in front of school. Somebody, I don't know, remind me of that, but I don't know. If you can tell me, maybe it has existed, but I don't know of any men fighting in front of school. I don't know. Hello, talk to me. Yeah. Maybe elsewhere. I don't think in Dominica we have experienced that. 4493095. Are you there, caller? Hello, talk to me. Yes. Men in Dominica, I don't think so. Give us some
Good
credit.
afternoon,
Yes.
Matt. How are you?
Good afternoon to you. Yes.
Yeah, so that's what we call an Education Act, and it speaks to matters of such nature. And in Section 159 of the Education Act, it addresses the conduct of people on school premises. And the Ministry of Education has a responsibility to inform parents and teachers. When I was assistant chief, I went all over the island having sessions with parents, Teachers Association, and schools to inform them about what is in the Education Act, because it's the law that governs the operation of schools and private schools and assisted schools and public schools in Dominica. So Section 159 is very clear. Can I share with you what it says?
Sure. It's an education.
Right.
Let's go.
Good. So Section 159 of the Education Act deals with the matter of persons who come to the school surroundings, environment. It says a person who is found loitering, wandering, or otherwise trespassing on the premises of any school. A person B who creates a disturbance on the premises of any school. C, while on the premises of any school, uses threatening or insulting language or in any manner interferes with any student or member of staff at the school. A person, subsection 2 here, assaults, insults, or abuses any student, any member of staff at the school, or disrupts any lawful activity conducted in the premises of the school, on the premises of the school. D, in a public place around the school, causes or makes a noise that disturbs or is likely to disturb any lawful activity carried out, loud music or fighting or whatever, on the premises of the school, or commits any damage to any school building or the property found on the premises of or forming part of the compound of the school, is guilty of an offense and liable on summary conviction to a fine of $2,000 and 1 year imprisonment. And it continues. A person who commits an offense on this section, we just subsection 1, disturbance, fighting, and so on, may be arrested by any member of the police force with or without a warrant. Again, right?
Without a warrant, you said.
With or without a warrant.
Okay.
A prosecution for an offense under this section in relation to a public school or a private school may be brought in the name of the chief education officer by the person of the teaching. So what I'm saying that to say that there is a law, the Education Act, that governs the behavior of people, the public, around the school compound. And outside of the school, if you're making noise passing a vehicle and you're disturbing the school activities, like you have loud music in a bus or a truck or whatever it is, and you're interfering with the school activities, you can be arrested and you can be charged with or without a warrant, arrested, and you may pay $1,000 to take a year to jail. So I'm saying this to say that even parents, it's important that the Ministry of Education ensures that all the parents that have interests, the stakeholders of the school, are informed and knowledgeable of the laws guiding their behavior, their conduct, and other things related to the school.
So my question to you, hold on. My question to you is now, you spoke of the laws on the books. So why are these laws, my friend, a former education officer, why are these laws not being implemented?
I was surprised and virtually shocked recently when I heard a statement from the Ministry of Education about people are opening private schools without proper authorization, legal authorization. I'm saying, why is that the only thing they're interested in? Matt, I feel that my
one of my tasks and responsibilities as Assistant Chief Education Officer was to promulgate the Education Act. And I went all over the island, and I made it my duty. I went to private schools, assisted schools, parent teachers. I went to Portsmouth Secondary School, remember there, all schools in the country, in the whole area, all of Dominica. I tried to make it my duty to talk to people about the Education Act. They would think they were not very happy about, but that was the law. And so the Ministry of Education has a responsibility to ensure, and then school is opening. Many teachers, I guarantee that many teachers and principals are unaware of the Education Act, of the stuff in the Education Act. And I'd be happy, delighted if I were given an opportunity to just talk to at the opening of school when they're having their conferences with teachers and parents and principals and so on. And from time to time, with or without outside the opening of school, when school is about to begin, I'd be delighted to ask to go and do that, because that's what I did. I was part of the Education Act for a very, very long time. And I continue to study the Education Act and, and make reference to it and stuff like that. So I'm saying that it's up to the Ministry of Education. Whoever is the current Assistant Education Officer, I don't know, these things are just politicized now. I know they put a lot of big 4-inch square pegs in 2-inch round holes. So people are there because of political persuasion and stuff. When I was there, we had professional interests. So I'm saying it's the Ministry of Education that has the responsibility to ensure that parents, at least they know what they're supposed to do, how they're supposed to behave in the school premises, on the school premises, around, and so on. Yeah?
Thank you for the education, sir. Thank you.
You're
Grateful.
My brother, man.
Thank you. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back, Dominico. We have to take a break. We'll come back after a word from our sponsors.
Dominicans, enjoy your property, protect your property. You homeowner and businessman, protect your property, enjoy your property. Can't wait for the hurricane, can't wait till you flood again, can't wait till your roof fly out and all your business coming out. Remember, no insurance company will insure your property when a storm is approaching. Get ahead of the hurricane season. Insure with a company who gives you the assurance of payment for your valid claim. Come speak with us today at the New India Assurance Company Limited, upstairs AC Shillingford and Company Limited, 24 King George Street, Roseau. Bring along an up-to-date valuation from a qualified engineer and get insured today.
Need one trusted place to stock up for your home, shop, or business? Fine Foods Inc. Distribution has got you covered. From dry goods and frozen foods to your favorite drinks, alcoholic and non-alcoholic, plus all the household must-have. We've got it all under one roof. We're right here in Jimmy Dominica, and yet we deliver. Whether you're running a supermarket, a corner shop, a bar, or just like your pantry full and happy, Fine Foods Inc. brings you the best brands you know and love. Great prices, top-tier service, trusted products. 255-6810 or 316-0164, or drop by our Jimmy location to check out what's in store. Fine Foods Inc.
Fine Foods Inc. The biggest distributor for the biggest brand. This is serious.
Yeah, man, for the man, them. This is the king that's one in the man, them. Trust me, don't wait. Go check your prostate. From the 1st of September and beyond, the Cancer Society told me prostate awareness month. Go get tested annually. Come get screened and be healthy. A strong prostate makes a strong king. Strong king builds a strong country. Yeah, man. Check your prostate.
Dominica, the ocean is calling, and so are we. Rosalie Bay Distillery, the world's only conservation distillery, is launching a limited edition rum, Toizo La Mer, Treasures of the Sea, and we want your artwork on the label. If you're a Dominican creative, painter, illustrator, designer, this is your chance to make history. Capture the rhythm of the sea. our wild coast, our hidden treasures, and it could be your artwork on every bottle of this limited edition rum. The winning artist receives 1,000 EC, a feature on our platforms, a first edition bottle, and the chance to collaborate with our team. Submit your design by September 30th to kgeorge@oceanspower.org or deliver it in person at Nature Island Dive or the Rosalie Conservation Center. For full entry details and questions, visit us on Instagram at Rosalie Bay Distilling or email kgeorge@oceanspower.org. Rosalie Bay Distillery, where craft meets conservation.
They're smooth. And then there's Guinness Smooth. It's a brand new cool. Incredibly smooth. Perfectly balanced. For a smooth and refreshing taste. How smooth? Well smooth. Guinness Smooth. For a smooth and refreshing taste. New Guinness Smooth. Must be 18 years or older. Drink responsibly. Socialize responsibly.
Locally distributed by Belfast Estate Limited.
If you know your favorite store, dial it now. 612-1253. That's Mega. You can rely on Mega for some real deals on name brand clothing and electronics. High quality, low price. We are a wholesale and retail store located in Calabishi, right on the main road. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram at Mega Deals Dominica. Like our page. Check out our stuff. Call us. Visit us. Would appreciate that. Come try it on. Love it. Buy it. Mega Deals. Your one and only online and brick and mortar store. Mega Deals is also on wheels. We make it convenient for your shopping. We deliver straight to your door. Email us at info@megadealsda.com. Rely on Mega Deals for some real deals.
The Johnson family and friends, in collaboration with the Dominica Cancer Society, presents Songs and Rhythm in support of cancer care. This benefit concert will be held at the Alliance Française from 7 p.m. on Saturday, September 27th, 2025. Tickets are only $50 under the distinguished patronage of Her Excellency Mrs. Sylvanie Burton and Mr. Burton. Songs and Rhythm will feature the following acts: Tyson Johnson and Family, Mikael Henderson, Janae Jackson, Niall Grove, Stillpan, and Royat Daniel and Vernella Dumas. Get your $50 tickets at the Cancer Society office. Call 767-316-7326 or from Tyson Johnson at 245-8994 and Davis Later 265-3607.
I see Golo in shopping for farming supplies. So I ask him, what are you doing inside Bloombox? You have a farm? He tell me, that's how it sort. I've been married 37 years. Look at my money farm. He said, no, not woman, like land for farming crops. And then you understand, Bloombox is the most affordable on island. Knapsacks starting at only $57.71. Elsewhere, it's $300 plus. Cutlass seeds, tin trays, nursery pots, sales of potting mix, all at way better prices than anywhere else. Fertilizers, 3-in-1 multi-tool, and so much more. Located on Federation Drive, Goodwill. Second property on the right after the Valley Link Road and on the corner of Drury Lane and Hanover Street in Rosal. Bloombox. Let's bloom together.
We are going for liftoff in T-30. Please listen carefully.
The Dominica Business Forum Inc. will host a public discussion on the complexity of trade and doing business in Dominica from 6:30 p.m. on Tuesday, 9th September 2025 in the Alwyn Booley Auditorium of the University of the West Indies Global Campus. Representatives of the Dominica Business Forum Inc., the Dominica Manufacturers Association, the Dominica Employers Federation, Josephine Gabriel Company Limited, and the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Trade. Come discuss the realities of the manufacturing sector and the impact of global tariffs on vulnerable economies like Dominica. 6:30 p.m. Tuesday, September 2025 at the UWI Global Campus. See you there.
Years in London. Goldwyn is now retired and back living in Dominica enjoying his pension. He too shook at smile so we can see the gold teeth and too shook I am. I met him coming out of Flosses with the help of staff carrying different foods, drinks and meats to his vehicle. Myself too fast to go and ask the man what's up. Is their story start? I'm going to finish to have I words. So the Kadimo de San Dominic for fini la hamwe. I said, Goldwyn, speak in English. Don't force it. Then he said, I of intelligence, yeah? At Flossie's, you get the most reasonable prices. Quarter bag flour, rice, sugar, milk, is soft drinks, water, rum, and so much more. Prices and quantities to fit your needs, mate. Mama, come on, mate, planner, because you just come down and want to tell me what I know about Flossie's already. That's where I shop. It's not you alone that want to save money but still get the quality goods. That's right. And if you're listening to this ad, go and check out Flossie's for yourself. Next to the Rosal Market, you can't miss it.
Now opened on Sunday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Someone is asking a question here. Matt, I have a concern. School starts at 9 a.m. Parents drop in at their children minutes to 7. Is that true? Who do you think is responsible for them at that time? The security guards, not babysitters. The parents also pick up the kids at 6 o'clock, after 6. In what schools are you talking about specifically? The former education officer, assistant chief education officer, someone is making a point, should be hired to run the Ministry of Education. I heard him in an interview recently with Richie, and he is quite knowledgeable on laws of education. That's a suggestion here. Another point, bro, education laws would have been upheld if Adal or Simeon was part of that ministry. Laws have gone out of the window. Isn't there a law against smoking marijuana in public? And is that law implemented? I had a very interesting comment from the president of the Olympic Association, my colleague there, Billy Doctorow. We'll discuss that some other time. But he made a very important point there. Hello, talk to him on the telephone, yes? Uh-huh.
Mark,
Yes, ma'am.
let me tell you, you have never been to the Goodwill School?
I have been around the Goodwill School, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. So think of dropping your daughter or your son to the gate, and then they have to go in the places where the classroom are. When they enter there, you're not seeing them. Now, sometimes the classes are closed. Sometimes the teachers are not there. Nobody there to supervise her or he.
Mm-hmm.
What is left to do? They're running, they're skating. The bigger ones running, the bigger ones falling. That is my concern. If you get a teacher or the security to pick them up and make sure that they are okay, I sign. But when they go to the class, they allow their classroom not to open their teacher or their teacher late.
So what are you suggesting? What are you suggesting?
If they have to drop off at the gate, there's supposed to be a teacher list in the area where they have their tables with their class to sit with them until their teachers come.
So you're saying
That is what I suggest.
a teacher should be there to supervise. Don't leave them alone.
Yes.
Don't leave them alone.
Yes. Don't leave them alone, because sometimes there are teachers in their class and the children outside in the little areas, skating, running, jamming, the bigger ones running, and no teachers in their supervisor. So we're going to let our children to go in, and you don't want to send their classroom along the teacher not there.
Okay. Interesting observation. Yes, somebody should be there to supervise them. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So on the telephone, hello, talk to me. Yes. Are you there, caller? No, you're not. Matt, some parents are too bold. We all went to school and we walked to school. So them so-called mothers want to put on a show. And when the kids get home, or they're not helping them do their homework. That's just a show. Again, as we wrap up this discussion, I'm just advising parents to control themselves. Okay. Let's wrap it up. We're gonna come back after this. Take some advice from the first serenade.
My jolly beloved, we are gathered here today to join this man and woman in holy matrimony. If there is anyone among you who think that this woman and man is crazy glued to get married, speak now or else hold shut your mouth.
Good afternoon to you, Matt. Peter shouldn't have to pay for Paul. The fighting parents should be banned.
You're married, what you? What the hell you can do? Things want to try, and you cannot do. That is our play. Well, we want to. Merci, oui, maman. My phenomenon. What's up, emotion? On this bubble. Now the talking very hot. Through the window. I'm opening their door. And the other planets. Them talking making. Now they fighting for me. Yes, you have to ring. And you're married, what you? In front of us, I heard you say I do. You're mad than me. You just like a statue. When see you for change. Why let me want to? This is the message from the first reading. Say, marriage in life is a commitment. Stop the adultery, but does not stop it. Can't take it no more. It's like a fashion. As a married woman, girl, I respect you. I touch on your mother and your father too. All of them are saying they're fed up with you. Is there not hearing? I want the police with you. It's not what you play. Come, I ready for you. Hey, I'm a bitwaka. Atasa. Because I'm the family full of economy. Parce que les femelles doivent passer à l'ouest de l'Occident. Ils ont quelque chose de fou. with my life and I look it.
You should see Martian in that video, boy. Roy of yesteryear, the first serenade. Still applicable to today's society, huh? Oh boy, Dominic, we come back with a different subject altogether. We wrap it up with the 3 o'clock hour. Stick around. Yeah.
So I ask you, what are you doing inside Blue? You have a farm, you didn't make that out. I've been married. You know, somebody must see. Said, no, not woman, like land for farm crops. Didn't understand. Blue balls. What a room on island, knapsacks, stack $7.10 elsewhere. $100 plus, from the seas, trades, this report. All the practice them. How much more? Located on Federation Drive with the second property in line under the Valley Day Road and on the corner of 2 Lane.
The Johnson family and friends, in collaboration with the Dominica Cancer Society, presents Songs and Rhythm in support of cancer care. This benefit concert will be held at the Alliance Française from 7 p.m. on Saturday, September 27th, 2025. Tickets are only $50 under the distinguished patronage of Her Excellency Mrs. Sylvanie Burton and Mr. Burton. Songs and Rhythm will feature the following acts: Tyson Johnson and family, Mikael Henderson, Janae Jackson, Niall Grove, Stillpad, and Royat Daniel and Vernella Dumas. Get your $50 tickets at the Cancer Society office. Call 767-316-7326 or from Tyson Johnson at 245-8994 and Davis Later 265-3607.
Together we will.
There are so many issues, so many issues. But again, let's take our final comment on the school issue, then we'll move on to the next interviewee is already standing by. So let's listen to the final comment there, and we'll move on, okay?
Mato, hello, how are you? I hope everything's okay.
Yes,
Mato, let me just add to this conversation, Mato. Matt, what happened yesterday with the fight outside with the adults in front of the children could be avoided long time, Matt. There should be a policy, right? That no parent, guardian, pick-me-ups should enter any school, Matt. Schools should be gated, fenced, right? And Matt, you have a teacher or two teachers at the gate to welcome the children when they are dropped off. Matt, the parents drop them off and leave instructions, either who will pick up the child after school, Matt, and give the name of the person, and then they go. But Matt, you see, a lot of people in Dominica, Matt, they are bored. They have nothing to do. They have no jobs to go to, so they loiter, Right, Matt? They stay around, they gossip about nothing. Matt, don't they have a job? At 6 o'clock, some people at work. They should drop up. They shouldn't even have time to drop their children because they are busy doing constructive thing. But no, they come there looking for trouble, entering the classroom. Who does that? For security reasons, Matt, no parent, guardian, or pick-me-uppers should enter any class. For what? You drop your child off and you get out of there. Go and get a job. Go and look for something to do for the day. But no, they are bored and they have nothing to do. And that's the result. To fight like animals in front of their children. What a shame.
What happened yesterday must be questioned and followed up, huh? But again, we are moving on. I'm sure this discussion is not over. Yesterday we started a subject, and there's been many phone calls. So I really expected common sense to prevail, and this big men from the Dominica Calypso Association, to come together and resolve the discussion that took place yesterday. I thought it was it's time to go back to the drawing board and respect that decision there as it relates to the Constitution. But one of the spokesperson, if you will, of the issue as it relates to the meeting, the meeting held on the weekend, where a lot of people are now saying there was no quorum, so no decision could be taken, and no resolution could be passed. So that's what, of course, followed controversy. So I reached out to Mr. Hexie Calypsonian, and the question at this stage being asked by other members of the executive, whether Mr. Hexie, who brought up the issue, who started the issue, is a member of the Calypso Association, given his position. And from what I'm hearing, some members are saying, well, let it be, We may have made a mistake, but let it be. And let the members stand for a year. But we have Hexie on the telephone at this time. Mr. Hexie, the issue continues. What's the main concern? What's the main concern?
The main concern is that the so-called executive body is insisting that the Calypsonians relent and let them carry on, regardless of the situation, carry on to the season, and they will attempt to resolve it next season or for next season. My question is, why are members asking 100+ members to relent for them? Why can the 9 members make a sacrifice for Calypso and for Calypsonians? Why are the general body...
Well, I'm asking, why are they insisting that they stand as executive members?
That is the main thing. What is the bumsy that they have to stay for? What is it? Because all their actions so far have shown that they are working not in the interest of Calypso or Calypsonians. So why are they staying? It's not to say they can pledge that they have Calypso at heart and they have Calypsonians at heart, and they love Calypsonians to death, and they'll make sacrifices for Calypso and Calypsonians forever. If you do that, then you should relent and let the Calypsonians have their say, because the majority of Calypsonians have decided that they are no longer a feasible body.
No. Let me ask you a question, because I'm hearing from yesterday that most members of the executive have been doing a good job. So they're basically saying automatically this guy should be given a chance to run this association, the DCA, again for a year. But you're saying no, let's follow the Constitution. That's your point.
Exactly. So if they're doing such a good job, okay, my question is, then why is Calypso at its lowest? It actually is. There's no.
You think so? You think so? It's at its lowest.
But it is. Calypso cannot even be on the global stage, the Dominica global platform of culture in Dominica. It cannot even make that. So how is it at its lowest stage when it cannot even make that? And you might say, people might say, is this and that. But you have to come back to representation. If you have no representation, Buyo has representation. They are everywhere. Every other, even the gospel people have representation. They are everywhere. Every time you watch social media, you see them. You doesn't see Calypso because the body has not done anything to promote, and the thing says the object memorandum of association say that the objects want to seek to improve the overall standard of Calypso and Calypsonians in Dominica, and to encourage the continued development of Calypso as an art form in Dominica and the wider Caribbean. And also, that's important, to represent, express, and give effect to the views and opinions of Calypsonians, and to seek to bring greater unity among local and regional Calypsonians. What we see in here is this unity. Is not they carrying out the mandate that were there for. Leaders are here to serve, not to command or to demand, but to serve, not to put yourself on a pedestal and say that nobody else can do the job but us. And that is what it seems to be. Because
but are you? Let me ask you a question. Are you the only one, or are there others who are very concerned about what happened on the weekend? Because right now they're painting you as a bad guy. I mean, you're talking, and you may be talking the truth, but they're saying, why worry about Hixie when he is in the position he's right now? Yeah.
Not good question. The appeal was made in the name of one Tredos or Wilfred Tredos
Peltier. That's my cousin. Yes.
And it was backed up by Liberator, who is Augustine St. Louis, and I, Emmanuel Hixie Salamat. So we two creators of Calypso Association, Dominica Calypso Association, is Hixie and Liberator. So we see the reason for that, because for too long there have been a contravening of the constitution of the Calypso Association. And too long the people can think that they can get away. They're actually telling us, relent, cool out, let us get away with it this time, and we'll sort it out next season. We have had that.
So what's a bomb CO in the Calypso Association that people don't want to give up that position? I guess I'm just trying to make sense out of it.
Listen, Matt, they have already been calling me. I have been watching social media, and many people from all around the world have been sending me clips of certain people in the executive
Right.
saying derogatory things about me, things that if I can just go to a lawyer and sue them now. But that is not the issue. The boy who was so sweet or so bountiful that they can go to that stage instead of checking Calypso and Calypsonians, they can go down the line to try to make me look like the devil in advocate. But that is not the issue. The issue is the fact that Calypso is going nowhere. It has gone nowhere for a time, and they come knowing, they put the AGM at a last minute thing, knowing that if people come to this meeting, they would get voted out. Also, the ads and publicizing that meeting was so sparse and so little as in relation to what the Constitution asked to do, that no people came. They didn't have a quorum.
You may be right, Hickson, because I'm looking at a text message sent to me as it relates to who should be or who should cease to be a member of the association. And one of the text messages I'm reading right now, it says, let me see, because somebody forwarded that message to me there. You should cease to be a member of the association, and a person ceases to be a member of the association. Number one, death on being an unreformed criminal. If he is of unsound mind, and on expulsion from the association according to the Constitution, if you will. So do you still believe, Mr. Hixie, that you're a member of that association?
And I saw they're referring to me, but that is not.
You think they're referring to you, and why? Why would they be referring to you?
In this thing, they call my name. They make reference to me. They're referring to me. They even use the word. You know the word. You've seen it. It's right there in front of you. Matt, that is not the issue. The issue is not about me, Matt. The issue is about contravening of the laws of Calypso Association and trying to hold on to a position that they have long expired. They should have long expired. There are members on the executive that have been on the executive body forever without a break. There are members, this last group has been there for quite probably about 4 times, 4 seasons, 4 or 5 seasons. That is the issue. The issue is not about me. I just happen to be a spokesperson for them. So whether they can take me out of Calypso Association, if they want, I'll fight them to death. That is not the problem. I'll still fight them. I will still be there fighting a battle for Calypso and Calypsonians because I have sacrificed my life for Calypso and Calypsonians. So whether they do it or not and take it personal, trying to vilify me, to sprout the cloud of the matter, doesn't make no difference.
So you're not the issue. You're not the issue. Calypso is the issue. The Constitution is the issue. That's the point.
Exactly. And trying to divert attention to vilify people. Like, let me give you a perfect example. At the meeting, there was a member, a worker of Calypso Association. She's employed in Calypso Association. And while 2 Calypsonians was giving their views, she jumped up and gave them a rack attack. Who is she to come in a Calypso Association meeting and give them a rack attack? She should be an observer. She has observer status. So think of CARICOM and Haiti have observer status, and the Prime Minister of St. Kitts, of Antigua or Dominica having a thing, and you jumping up because you are an observer status and giving them a rack attack because they say something you don't like. Come on! Who's that person? The person cannot legally just shout at them. to sit down, get out of here, use this and use that. Who's that person? You don't do all that transpired, you know. I don't take me to court. I can take them to court.
All of that have expired. It happened in the weekend. Wow, wow.
Matt, you must laugh because it's so devastating that a body of Calypsonians, supposed to be senior Calypsonians, supposed to be people that love Calypso and Calypsonians, are holding Calypso to ransom.
But have you had a discussion? I know you're close to the Observer. I tried reaching out yesterday to the Observer and a few members of the executive. But have you had a discussion? Have you had a discussion with Observer, the president, about what's going on now as we speak? Yes, are you there?
No. I've been talking to Observer since yesterday. We talk a whole day. We've been talking, and that is no joke. If he come, he can tell you that whole day. That's one thing about Observer. He gives dialogue. He come and he talk to people. All right, we've been talking whole day. We have had probably saying that on air probably will get him in trouble with the people that controlling him, because in my opinion, he's not as strong leader as I thought he was supposed to be when I fought for him to become president of the Calypso Association.
Okay.
And the same people that they're fighting me, I fight tooth and nail for them to become what they are in Calypso Association. That is not a joke. I can call names. That the same person that say I call me all those kind of names that I can sue him about. I fought for him to become
an executive member.
In his position.
An executive member.
Do that. That's what I do. I look at people. I think that is the best one. I don't think he don't like Calypso, but I think he don't like Calypsonians, because that's one of the problems I have with him. His arrogance have made him. He don't like rank and file Calypsonians. He don't like them. And other Calypsonians, even on the executive body, have agreed to that. That is how he is. You cannot say that is how he is, because he is in a position to help Calypsonians. He's in a position to serve Calypsonians or get out of here. Listen, Matt, this particular individual have been saying every day, I live in all these things for you. I doing a good job, and all you criticizing me like nobody can ask a question. How you can have a certain person in a certain crucial position in Calypso Association, and you can't ask them a question about something that concerning you. So when you do that, he go in personal, and he have to tell you about this, and he have to tell you about that, like, as they say, like, Makome. You understand? No, we don't have that. We are here for Calypso and Calypsonians. You come to serve and make sacrifices has destroyed my life for Calypso. I love Calypso.
So again, because we have to wrap up, I need to call Mystery. She seemed to have some concerns as well. Now, you're going forward in terms of a solution. You're saying let's come together, and even if these guys are re-elected, let's let them serve or pass a resolution so they can serve for another year. But don't go against this constitution.
Matt,
yes,
these guys cannot be re-elected again, because they have shown that they have no interest in the benefit of Calypso and Calypsonians. They have shown that they'll fight to death to stay in the bomb CO. I don't know what it has in the bomb CO, but it seems that these guys just want to be there for either. They're probably they're like, they remind me of the prime minister or president of Israel. That's how they think me. You cannot get out there, because if you get out there, you know where you're going. People will find out about what you've been doing. That's the pressure I get.
Oh.
That is how it's sounding, because before you ask a question, I ask one simple question. I say, why can the general body, and I was on the executive when I asked that, they asked me to review the constitution, and that was one of the things I put. I say, no Calypsonian should get more than $4,000 as a stipend. But in the Constitution say nobody should take any money but $10 a meeting. They may get. It even says may get. But I said because of thing, I say nobody should get more than 4,000. That makes me an enemy.
4,000.
I
4,000. Wow.
compounded it. Matt, I compounded it by saying we should all tell the general body how much stipend each Calypsonian gets. We should also tell that. And that makes me
No, listen to that. Somebody's suggesting to me here. Somebody just sent me some information that in the past, Hicksy passed a resolution for the executive to remain after they served 2 terms already. At that time, you were part of that executive. Is that a fact?
No, not. These guys have to get out, and the general body have to elect a new executive to run Calypso.
No. I'm asking a specific question now.
Okay,
information has just come to me that you were part of the executive at the time when you said that the executive, you passed a resolution that said that they had to serve 2 terms, that they had served 2 terms, and you said they should continue to serve. Did that ever happen?
Okay, Matt, we came to a meeting. And they had the meeting, and then they tried to go up for election. They had served 2 terms.
Right.
I had gone to the courts, and I had got an order ordering them not to put up themselves back for elections. So when they try to go up for elections, I wish they would serve the papers. Okay, so
that's your explanation. Yes. So that's
yeah,
Yes,
the executive members at the time. I was an executive member at that time, but I served them. That is the point, I was an executive member, and I served the executive body with papers that we should not go back up for election.
So, would you agree that the current executive decided to take a cut as it relates to the fees, and they're taking a 30% cut? Is that correct? Hicksy?
No.
They're not.
I can remember one time, Matt, that we had breakfast in Fortium Hotel.
Right.
And they gave one executive member. I'm still an executive member. That's a long time when I was an executive.
Right.
I resigned last time, the same time that we talk about. They gave him $7,500. And he lazy pity and make noise. That's not enough for him. He shouldn't get $7,500 when he's in debt of
over that. Now, the question I'm asking you, the decision, the executive members, because we have to, of course, speak to both sides. If the executive members are doing well, you should tell them they're doing well. No, they took. Yes, I agree with you as it relates to the Constitution. But can you tell me whether they took a decision to reduce their fees to 30%, right? By 30%.
But they have no. They have this. The person giving you the information is just a hypocrite, because in the first instance, they have no right. We have no right to give ourselves any stipend. So we cannot say, we give ourselves less, we give ourselves 30% less, when no member, Article 22A, no member of the executive shall receive any compensation as a member of the executive, but may be paid $10 per meeting attended. So how they can argue that? How they can use that as an argument when in the first place they wasn't to receive anything? It's a voluntary position.
Oh, okay.
These people have no understanding, or they're just being funny. They think everybody's stupid. They think you're stupid, Mark, to tell you that thing and have you repeating it.
I'm not repeating. I'm asking the question on their behalf.
Yes, Mark. They have no recourse. So we should have no recourse to the stipend unless we change the constitution giving us such.
Okay. So how do we resolve that problem? How do we resolve that problem going forward?
I am observer talk a lot.
Yeah.
And there are certain things that we have been discussing that can happen. But unfortunately, the people that, in my opinion, control the president.
So you're saying that they're pulling the legs of the president? There's some people out on the executive pulling the
president. Yeah, they have more.
Like a pop. You have the man as a puppet, and you were saying they have the man as a puppet.
Yes. I definitely. That's how I feel. I've told him that.
So observer has no powers then.
I still tell him that this morning. I've told him that last night. We had a long talk last night. We have been talking whole day today, and I keep repeating that. Be a man, be a president, lead. That's what I keep telling him. Lead. You have to lead. You cannot make those people go out and do the kind of things.
You have to have balls. Observer. I suspect you have some questions to answer. But again, Mr. Hicks, I'm gonna call Mystery. I think she's waiting for my call. All right, take it easy. We'll talk. Let me see what's her position. Calypso controversy. The season has not even started yet.
It's enough to lose a friend. Some of the old generals have retired and gone, and the run don't promise it before. But when the Tuesday goes, don't you know the desert is gone? We lost the battle, but yet we will win the war. Rally on the West Indies, but forever. Rally on the West Indies, never say never. Releasing the run back on, so I can like water. Bringing so much joy to each and every son and daughter. And we gonna rise again like a raging fire. As the sun shines, you know we gonna take it higher. We gotta rally around the West Indies, one forever. Rally around the West Indies, talk up the fire. Way down under a warrior fall. Michael holding walls in the heat of the battle. Michael to the left line. I heard an angry brother shout. Caribbean man, that is the root of our trouble. In these tiny theaters of conflict and confusion, better known as the hands of the West Indies. We already know, brothers, and to create confusion. So I'm begging my people, please, oh, we gotta rally from the West Indies, now and forever. Rally from the West Indies, stop up the fire. The run back on, so I can like water.
On the line is with me is Mystery. Mystery, good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to you. How are you?
Well, I am recovering, but I'm here. I'm recovering.
Recovering from, you had a cold or something?
No. I had a procedure in my eye, and I kind of like got a stomach virus.
Oh, okay. We're sorry to hear, and we wish you speedy recovery. But you seem to have some concern as it relates to what is going on with Calypso. Yes?
Oh, yes, Matt. Yes, I do. And honestly, if I didn't stand up, I think I would be just as guilty in perpetuating some of the actions of the executive at the DCA. First, I want to just say that, I have no personal vendetta. I'm not part of any kind of group to try to bring down the current executive or anything like that. And I want to say to you, Matt, that I know that there will be consequences for me.
Okay.
Because from what I know or what I've seen, what I understand, people hold grudges. One of the things that I've decided is that most of these people take things very, very personally. It's like they're thin-skinned. So I wouldn't be surprised if my performances are, no longer as visible or, allowed or something like that. I'm just saying that I expect there will be, but I want the record to show that I'm going to be looking, I'm going to be watching, and I'm going to take whatever legal recourse that I need to take when that time comes.
Oh.
So I said that, and I'm moving on. I have nothing personal against the current executive. I am not questioning their skills. I am speaking to some of the inconsistencies in their practices.
Okay. So you're saying there is some inconsistencies, yes?
Hi.
Okay.
Articulate the Dominican Calypso Association constitution. For the past 5 years, I have witnessed how they conduct elections, and I have concluded that the methods are unprofessional and are not aligned with the dictates of the Constitution. Because
hold on. Are you still there? Yes, go ahead.
Yes, I'm there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're making the point. Go ahead. Yes.
Yeah, I was saying the Constitution says that we should have elections no later than a certain time, and this is totally disregarded. And what happens is that they make excuses about somebody states or somebody overseas or whatever it is, and I can understand. I get that, but it to me the way it's done, even it's like casual, like we shouldn't care that they changed the date or the date was postponed. And in fact, we had the meeting on the 6th of September, which was Saturday, 3 months after. One of the things I find is that they talk about the Constitution, but sometimes in favor of themselves. When it comes to other things, the Constitution doesn't allow that. The Constitution doesn't allow that. But and that is what probably gets me upset. I mean, I was talking about the fact that I have been on Zoom meetings because I travel. I live in Dominica, but I travel. And when it just so happened, I was in Dominica in June, sometime in June, but the meeting wasn't held then. And then I went away in September. But what they tell me is that I was on a Zoom meeting, but I had no power. I had no power to vote. I had no power to accept the resolution that they came prepared, right, to pass. I had no clout in the sense. So when people speak about there were no persons available to even be nominated, it's because of how they are running the show. They don't want you to be there because it means that it will affect, how the election goes. So my thing is that, how is it, I have some issues and I made it clear on the chat. Now the first one is that
you are doing an election and there's nothing said about the election until the day before on an agenda that you post on a chat, right? And I'm thinking to myself, if people want to run for a position in the executive, at least give them some time. Let them consider if they want to do it, what position they probably want to do, etc., right? But the day before the meeting is when you post that on the site. People need to campaign. They need to plan. They need to be able to say, well, I can do this better than this person who was on the executive for that long. And we are not given that. The membership is not given the opportunity to do that. We go in there, right, and the whole thing without a quorum, right, is done vice. And it's almost rushed. We have the whole meeting, and right in the end, elect the officers and stuff like that, and then you have people arguing, fighting. I'm not fighting physically, but the arguments and the movements and all of that.
Back and forth.
They're
Yes.
not in agreement. They're not in agreement with how the thing was done, right? And then you bring a resolution that you already deemed was necessary, because obviously there's nobody there that would fill your shoe, and that is where I think they're going wrong. No matter what, you should have tried. And most importantly, there was no quorum, but you should have tried. It doesn't matter who it is. A member has a right to try his skills. He has a right to be nominated. He has a right to go for a position that he wants. I was told that we don't really vote for positions. We just vote to elect you in the as part of the executive, but within ourselves we decide who is president, who is this and who is that. And that is also very wrong. I was saying to them, because of the time since COVID-19, people have been doing meetings via Zoom, and they are present. They can vote. They can do anything, everything. And yet, a place like Dominica, even though we have a big constituency in terms of the DCA, the point is that the turnout for meetings are practically none. A handful of people, right? And you're saying that other people cannot be included, at least that would beef up what you're trying to do. You're not giving them the opportunity to do that. I just think it's terribly wrong. I just think the whole attitude of some of the members is like the DCA, the executive, that is their boudoir. That is their boudoir, okay? And they act accordingly. It's their boudoir, they act accordingly. And then the other thing that I want to say, another point I want to make, my first participation in eliminations was I think November, December 2019. And I'm going to tell you that since that time, I have not seen any meeting where we as a group suggested something that came to fruition. Okay? Nothing is happening. And we talk about the death of Calypso. I don't know who is listening. I don't know who is not. And I don't know who is saying, but I'm telling you, Calypso is a dying art form. And it's not because it cannot be revived. It's not because it doesn't really have life left in it, right? Because in other places, I went to St. Lucia last year to represent Stardom 10, right? And guess what? Calypso is alive and well in St. Lucia. Now, people might say, well, the government subsidizes Calypso, whatever it is. That's not the point. You see participation everywhere. I travel overseas because every year for the past 5 years, I've been going up to the States because the promoters bring me up. Calypso is dying. It is dying, and they can hate me all they want. They can take it against, use it against me all they want. They cannot play my music as usual how they want. But I tell you, it is time that I come out and I say what I have to say. It is wrong, it is wrong, it is wrong. And I have fought all my life for injustice. And I sat by long enough, seeing what's going on, how the members are treated. People being called names on chat. People's information. Once you have
a different opinion,
an opinion contrary to the executive, it is deleted because they are trying to control the narrative. Your opinion has to fit what they want, okay? Because all they're trying to do is to look good, present this facade. Treat the members well, because the members are the ones who the DCA belong to. The members, honestly, Matt, if we have 100 and some people on the membership, I don't think there's any one of us that know where the majority and more of the members are. Are they okay? Do they need anything? Nothing like that. I don't know what kind of organization it is. If all they're concerned about is a constitution that is obsolete in so many ways. It is obsolete in so many ways. And nobody, it's only, you can do the resolution because it suits you. But what about the other little resolutions that you could have done that would make a difference? No. When it comes to that, we have to look at the Constitution. And so we stick to the Constitution when it suits us, right? But anytime it has to be amended in some way. Maybe we don't have the time to go through the process. Because I think there's a clause in the Constitution that says like the members can override certain things right in the meeting. But it is not so. I am not saying that the current executive didn't
do a good job.
I am not saying any of that, and maybe they will not understand where I'm coming from. It's not against them personally. Is you want to follow the Constitution, let us do it. Because what you are doing is setting a bad precedent. Because it's not the first time I've witnessed that, what's going on here with the elections. And if you have to run 2 terms, you've done it diligently, you've done it well. Just be proud. Let somebody else come and screw it up, and then you could laugh. And maybe next time around you get re-elected again. But give people a chance. Don't assume that we are all idiots, that we don't have skill sets, that we are not interested, that we don't love Calypso, that we this and we that, we are illiterate. Okay? We some of us have some sense. And this is where I
understand. But again,
I wish them well, and I wish they could have stayed longer. That is the truth. Because I have nothing against what they've done. But I think it's how they're doing it. That is what I am speaking against. And whoever don't want to talk to me after that, let them know. Who wants to keep me at a distance, let them. Okay? Who wants to say whatever they want to say about mystery want to run? I don't want to run nothing. I just want it to run well and not to look like we are despots. Because this is not what it's supposed to be.
This is not what democracy is about. No.
To be the organization to be despotic. Okay?
Yep. I got your point, Mystery. Well, thank you very much. Thank you. We're running out of time. There are many other views at this time, but we are running out of time. And I'm sure this conversation will continue in the near future. A few points here on the Facebook page. The entire Calypso Association should resign. No transparency, corruption all over Dominica. Everyone should be able to have a voice and represent people. Calypso Association doesn't belong to any one of you. Any one of you guys, so stop all the nonsense. And Mr. Observer, grow some balls. That's a WhatsApp message, huh? There's a message I needed to read on the WhatsApp. Let's see if I can get some my current. I don't see the face on my phone now. Let's see if we can put something there before we wrap it up and read that message from a former executive member. And call it a day.
Wait under a warrior call. Michael holding was in the heat of the battle. Michael was a left line. I heard an angry brother shout. Caribbean man, that is the root of our trouble. Oh, in these tiny theaters of conflict and confusion, better known as the hands of the West Indies. We are I'm begging my people, please, oh, rally from the West Indies, now and forever. Rally from the West Indies, stop up the fire. The runs are gonna flow again like water. Bringing so much joy for each and every son and daughter. So we gonna rise again like a raging fire. As the sun shines, you know we gonna take it higher. But we gonna rally from the West Indies, but forever. Rally from the West Indies, never slip their mind. Now they're making restrictions and laws to spoil our beauty, but in the end, we shall prevail. This is not cricket, this thing goes beyond the boundary. It's up to you and me to make sure that they pay. We must take a stand, or be lost in the rubble. In a divided world that don't need islands no more. And we do forever. We have somebody's worthy. Let the heat get open the mighty door. Rally from the West Indies, no one forever. From the West Indies, never say never. Pretty soon the runs are gonna flow again like water. Bringing so much joy to each and every son and daughter. The sunshine, you know, we gonna take it higher.
I did tell you I wanted to read to you a message from an executive member. Prefers to remain anonymous at this time, but I want to share very a little short. There's just no truth. Hexie, you're no longer a member. This person states there was only 9 executive members and only 12 on them on the floor. So about 20 members total. Everyone except 2 members did not agree for the executive to serve. Few Calypsonians generally come to meeting. Hicks himself was not there. Membership is null and void as no one in the DCA except 2 to 4 have been paying their dues. Observer and the executives have been doing a good and fair job under pressure from government and not recognizing that government is no longer recognizing the Dominica Calypso Association in the World Creole Music Festival for obvious political reasons. Still, Dominica is among the best in all countries in terms of crowd attendance and management. Bouillon Music is taking over, and this is a reality, but must be noted as happens in Trinidad and the rest of the region. Sponsors no longer come forth. Hicks is null and void, and no one wants him anywhere close to the association. Everyone has violated the Constitution by virtue of not paying their dues. Okay? And Hexie is one of them. Hexie, you have to defend yourself on that. I think the gentleman has an obsession, common practice over almost 3 decades. Executive member have been getting an average of $4,000, so this is null and void argument. He has also gotten $4,000 himself, and in his time. So the Dominica Calypso executive is presently getting less than 2 decades ago when Calypso was king. He's no longer king, and as gate receipts would show. So this can be revisited to show exactly what is going on. So there's no bomb CO in the Dominica Calypso Association. This is an obsessed gentleman who fails to realize. Hold on, we'll come back to that. We'll come back to you. Yes, I see we're getting a text message there, a voice note. So let's go back to so there's no bomb CO in the DCA. This is an obsessed gentleman who fails to realize Observer and his team and the DCA, the Dominica Calypso Association, they are trying. In any organization, 1 or 2 may not be pulling their weight. Hexie took stipend and all of a sudden found out that he was not supposed to receive. That's all in one time. All time he was on bail. So I don't know. Again, I'm just telling the person: do we want to attack the messenger and not the message? We've not gotten a response to that yet. So basically, they're saying, Hexie, in your time, you also enjoy the bomb CO. So why attack the Dominica Calypso Association? So you see, I'm giving all sides of the story. Is it the bacchanal time? We have to wrap it up though. Let's see. Let's see if we can get to. I think I suspect my friend there, they call him the troublemaker, is on the telephone. Good afternoon to you, sir. How you doing? We have to wrap up. Yes. Are you there? Hello. We yes. Are you there? For some reason, we sort of listen. Are you there? Yeah. Because some reason I'm not getting it very clearly. I don't know why. Let's see if we can correct that. Speaker. Are you there? Oh boy, something is going on there. Try calling me back, and I'll try to engage. But from my side, I'm not picking you up. So let's see what happens, okay? All right. Hello. We having a little technicality. Let me see if I can call you direct. Hold on. Mr. Marlon Girodel, I'm having some difficulty connecting this afternoon. So tomorrow's an open line. Maybe we can allow you a few minutes tomorrow on. And many other people have been trying to contact us on this Calypso controversy. Okay, I do apologize. So let's do that tomorrow. I do apologize for those who are trying to call me at this time.
Rolling, people on the floor, they get up and grumble, and the crowd in a uproar. All of a sudden, everything gets up and chill, everything gets gone to a standstill. The crowd just get around the band. It was the one with the iron color for the gun vibration was very well there. When the iron fall, it rumbled the band. And everything started to crawl, everything started to fall, everything was there. Engine room, the doctor made us pause the bacchanal. The hand is body, but the rhythm is heart and pain. Engine room, that is the soul of Carnival. Oh, we did jump and say, if you are young, good, you will scream. Yeah, yeah. Let your grandmother live on the door. Making times in danger, or now we got still be in big war. That is the one who put out your mother because she was in love with this man. She used to open the church door, just to pray the head. Now she goes into the neighbor next door. Oh, my granddaughter, beat for us in her. If it wasn't for you, girl, your daddy would have been so true. But when you see I hit the train, you just want to take again and take it out. Engine room, the doctor with the peace made frustration. Nearly every old man to tell you that the in-laws were outlaws. Yes, engine room is leaving in the nation. Sometimes it's just that laugh at anything just because, you know. Dumb in the engine, with the iron in the head, then catching and catching. The happy engine to be well bred. The cover man I close, the belt in close. I'm sorry for the drum in. Me and all backward. The iron up by the ear. 2, 3, 4, well man, the bell in the hand and a man coming in. When you can't come on, but baby, and next round a beer. And people go all day as the band game. People feel it free. Engine room, Lord, it will go on forever. See them jump and can't give themselves a chance in the league. Yes, engine room, it would never die, never. Because it's night with my mother, make me check out she had been. So I want the hand affection, so I can do application. We're gonna let them know that you never stop the drum. When people feeling the doctrine, and they show the reaction, not giving them something to show them where they're coming from. Every time, so me and my band, we have a Sunday. Somebody don't call from this way come, tell him we ready to win. But we Muhammad the bell, like a racing hell, shop rasta from the door. Them love to guarantee, so I want them up on the ground. Go down Garden Street, get other than them bring back in joy. Them can't get away, look, go and get them, yeah. Come When you see we get together, brother, it will be canvas and pepper. Engine room. The doctor with us have the bacchanal. On the jam, engine room. The doctor with us start up everything. The iron for you is king.
Invisible K, praising the King of Kings, Almighty Yahweh. Don't you believe it? Don't ever know me. It's about Jesus. People share and me, never know the baby. Don't you believe it? Don't ever know me. Can't you believe it? Don't ever doubt it. Full faith and respect. Can't you believe it? Even long time alone, don't they pray for my deliverance? He don't take you, Papa, don't they stand up for promotion? Even long time, Father, don't they stand up for my healing? He don't take Daddy, don't they stand up for my breakthrough? Can't you believe it? Just never doubt it. Faith and respect. He gave up Jesus. Oh, don't they take over that? Don't they make the house so tired? Oh, don't oh my Lord, don't they make so waka waka? Oh, don't they take oh daddy? Don't they make you refresh your knee? Oh, don't oh father, don't make that say apropos. Can you believe it? Just never doubt it. Strength and respect. He gave up
He's about Jesus. He's about Jesus. He's about Jesus.
She is smoking, it must panic, when man has empty gun. Every day there was no English, and man has empty gun. If he's smoking, it must panic, when man has empty gun. Every day there was no English, and man has empty gun. Can you believe it? Just never doubt it. Strength and respect. He gave up Jesus.
Q95.
That's why they call you father. That's why where it starts to finish, let me say that I can feel for me, never leave me. Let it fall, let it fall. Baby, look at me, a believer. My daddy, a believer. Let it fall, let it fall. My daddy, too sorry. Look how you tell my daddy, your baby, your baby. My daddy, it was not you that
Q95.
It's all because of you. It's all because of your grace that I'm still standing here.
Q95.
It's all because of you. It's all because of your love that I'm still standing. I could have missed my way. I could have fallen on the wayside. But you are always there to help me. I could have missed my way. Could have fallen on the wayside. But you always help me. Lord, show me mercy. Change him all. Thank you for your mercy. Lord, why are you showing me mercy? Change him all. Thank you for your mercy.
It's all because of you. It's all because of your grace that I'm still standing here right now. It's all because of you. It's all because of your love that I'm still standing. I could have been wayside, but you stand to help me. I could have missed my way. I could have been outside, but you help me.
Lord, show me mercy. Thank you for your mercy. Lord, be mercy. Thank you for your mercy. It's all because of you. It's all because of you. It's all because of you. I'm still standing. I'm still standing. Oh, because of so because of that I'm still standing. Could have missed my way. Could have missed my way. But you're always there. Could have missed my way. Could have but you Can you lift your hands and thank Him? Show me favor. Thank you for your favor. Lift your hands to Him, say, Lord, my heart you showed me.
Lord, I show me goodness. Daddy, thank you for your goodness. Lord, I'm of how you show me mercy. Chineke mo. Thank you for all mercy. Oh, I'm amazed by how you show me mercy. Thank you for your mercy. Yes, I'm amazed. Oh, you show me mercy. Echo by Adabai. Thank you for your mercy. Thank you for your grace. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your goodness. Thank you for your mercy. Oh, I'm amazed by your goodness. Oh, by I'm amazed by your kindness. Thank you for your mercy. What is your love? What is your love?
Dominica, the countdown is on. The 25th World Creole Music Festival is coming to the Winter Park Sports Stadium October 24th to 26th under the theme Global Echoes of the Nature Island. Experience the energy, the culture, and the unforgettable vibe. Only Dominica can deliver. Get your season tickets now at Bullseye Pharmacy, Deepex Color Lab, and www.dominicafestival.com. And follow us on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram for all the latest news. This October, don't just listen, embrace it.
We are in the hurricane season. Stock up on food which has a long shelf life. Sterilize baths, all containers and cooking utensils to store water. If in doubt, drink boiled or treated water only. Keep flashlights, candles, and storm lanterns handy, along with batteries and matches. Store all garden implements and furniture inside if possible. A message from Q95 FM Radio.
I have a surprise for my sister roach and fly. Pop makes all of them die. Don't bother with the long chat, Pop tell you why. Pop makes all of them die.
Times are hard, but you've got to include Pop on your grocery list to protect you and your family against all flying and crawling insects, especially dengue mosquitoes. Pop's powerful formula kills insects fast. Pop is best on pets.
Pop makes all of them die. Get serious, get back. Pop, 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 make all of them die. Cause I'm on my way.
KFC delivery is here. Just place your order at www.kfcdominica.com, Facebook or WhatsApp at 614-2633 and your order will be delivered to you. KFC, it's good.
Cause I'm on my way.
Go for liftoff in T-minus 30.
The Dominica Business Forum Inc. will host a public discussion on the complexity of trade and doing business in Dominica from 6:30 p.m. on Tuesday, 9th September 2025 in the Alwyn Bully Auditorium of the University of the West Indies Global Campus. Presenters are representatives of the Dominica Business Forum, Inc., the Dominica Manufacturers Association, the Dominica Employers Federation, Josephine Gabriel and Company Limited, and the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Trade. Come discuss the realities of the manufacturing sector and the impact of global tariffs on vulnerable economies like Dominica. 6:30 p.m., Tuesday, 9th September 2025, at the UE Global Campus. See you there.
Just received Able Farm evaporated milk, delicious and nutritious, rich and creamy. Perfect for all uses, for drinking, for tea, coffee, cocoa, punches, juices, cooking, baking, ice pops, and ice cream, and everything else. Prices start as low as $1.55 per can. Able Farm evaporated milk, available in 2 varieties, each in 2 sizes of cans. Able Farm evaporated milk, available wholesale and retail at Esau Trading Limited. That means nice, boy. Esau Trading Limited, making a difference for you.
Milky milk, milky milk, milky, milky milk. Milky milk, milky milk.
Getting to Dominica just got easier. Caribbean Airlines now offers non-stop flights from San Juan, Puerto Rico to Dominica 3 times a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. Fly in comfort and be home in under 2 hours. Depart San Juan at 4 p.m. Arrive in Dominica at 5:50 p.m. Returning, they've got you covered. Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Departing Dominica at 10:25 a.m. Welcome to Dominica Caribbean Airlines. Book now at CaribbeanAirlines.com.
Messieurs, mesdames, get ready for one of the biggest gospel shows of 2025. Worshippers on the Frontline Volume 3, the Independence Edition, September 26, 2025, at the Michael Bill Daniel Memorial Park in Goodwill. Tickets only $10 at Toots Connexion, Bullseye Pharmacy, or any WOTF committee member.
Court presents the Home Event 2025, happening now at Court stores nationwide. It's the perfect time to refresh your home with deals you can't resist. Get up to 40% off mattresses, plus a free gift with mattress purchases $1,199 and over. 20% off appliances and TVs, plus a free recliner with select furniture purchases. Shop today